Now, when it comes to Drake, well, now, if you're ready to see how after our Karen was asked to take a seat right over there after being exposed for having some more than minor issue, well, now Cupcake Kelly is scrambling like a losing liar and is trying to do whatever he can to cover up what may be the beginning of the end for him. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe, and now really, as the Drake stans are getting more emotional and upset about this topic, and just like their guy Mega Karen, they want us all to forget about the reality and give it some sort of a pass. Well, listen, we are not doing any of this, and make sure to leave that like so all of hip-hop can really see what's going on, because, well, now what is so clear is that in this same week that everything is falling apart for Karen, and at the top of the L's that he is taking, well, nothing is ruining him more than his label coming out and saying that they have all of these documents and stories about Drake and his history with minors ready to show us. Seemingly now, Drake Kelly sees that he is in trouble, and instead of addressing this issue with facts head-on or responding in any way that a genuine, respectable person would, to be honest, with what we have seen, with how hard our Karen, or whatever we are calling him at this point, is just trying to move and act like everything is normal. Listen, for the Drake stans watching, I am sorry to tell you, and don't get mad at me. There's no other way to put it, but Karen doing everything from releasing body pillows with his face on it to going on subliminal-filled rants about how everybody is moving against him due to his own choices, to things that are even weirder than that, like selling bathroom items. I mean, to be honest, when we just see how much a man is spiraling, Lawbree has never looked worse, and it really has never seemed more like he is just hiding something, because if he wasn't at the end of the day, I don't think we would see Drake move as much as he did around yesterday and reach the extent that he just did in terms of how weird things seemingly got, as right after all of this dropped and the timeline was dragging him for it. Well, in the first post Drake made where he sent some subliminal messages, as he said that he didn't choose the ski mask even though he looked like this and was on Degrassi and was trying to act all tough and mean. What's really interesting within these Karen confessions and what is showing us how he is moving is that he is showing once again his favorite thing, which is Pinocchio. And seemingly now what he is alluding to here now is that if Kendrick Lamar is Pinocchio according to whatever weird thing he is trying to say, well, the label in industry is Geppetto, although he is also Geppetto, which I'm not going to explain that, but you know what I mean. And now, as once again, right alongside this, UMG came out and said that they have the creepy history of Drake with people that he should have never spoken to ready to go at their dispose. Well, Drake once again showed that he is watching and studying a movie that would reveal that he does have a lot more than a minor issue in the first place, if you know what I mean, because for a grown man to be watching Pinocchio this much and to immerse themselves in the lore like we are seeing here, well, this is just weird and there is no other way to put it. And in this time where these bad allegations are coming to light and the label is getting ready to use them against you, showing them and everybody for that matter that your favorite pastime is watching a movie that was designed for a group of people who you being around means that you are a stranger thing, and well, this is just a strange thing, it could totally not look worse in terms of the optics of all of this, regardless of what Lawbree was trying to intend with this weird Kendrick Lamar subliminal diss, because it just looks a lot worse than ever right now. And unfortunately for Karen, the spiral didn't stop here, as beyond this, what else Lawbree did to try and revert the attention and controversy going on around him, well, seemingly was show that he doesn't want to be a rapper or anything in hip-hop culture or anything close to it, and instead he wants to be a merchant, because what Drake's big one was in this moment to more than ever respond to this recent wave of pressure that he was getting was to open up his quote-unquote warehouse where he is offering to his fans and I guess whoever is willing to support Karen the wildest items that we could have ever possibly gotten, which again, if you're getting the Drake scooper or dog bags or the mask or body pillow or whatever other slop he put up for fans that he does not respect to get, sorry, there's no other way to put it, and if you're a cupcake lover, just back up. But as a fan, to want to get these things and for what Lawbree has valued them at, which makes it even worse because these things are not cheap whatsoever, well really now, as weird and wrong as this is, you know people are gonna get it and they will probably rep Cupcake even if he is Cupcake Kelly and that's 100% confirmed no matter what, because they just won't believe the allegations or whatever else is put out there against him. And really, when you see that Drake is continuing to vet and test what merch and items his fans will get to rep him and support his movement, But what I really think this is in a way, and seeing just what fans will do and all of that, is really a test for Drake to try and roll out and expand his entire brand and see how far fans are willing to go to support him and what they will wear to express their fandom for him. Which in of itself is only going to alienate Drake and his entire community from every other music and rap fan and just person in general anymore. And really, where I do think all of this is heading is a place where Drake will eventually create a signature piece of merch that will be used just to signal to everybody when they see it on sight that, hey, you were part of the most annoying group you would ever be, but for the Drake stans, they will believe that they are supporting the best guy and standing up for whatever that is that they do, which I am sure will be something that just has to be so strange to a level that we cannot even comprehend yet, because we know somehow this is only going to get all worse for Drake Kelly. And when you hear this, you should clearly see a parallel to somebody that no matter what the Drake stans want to say, Drake is honestly just taking every play out of their playbook. And now, after Drake made his fans just vow their loyalty once again by getting body pillows with him or any of these other ridiculous items, once again things are still getting worse, which, to be honest, the more I think about all of these things, some of them are pretty fitting, as using the For All the Dogs album to pick up what it's picking up, well, there has never been a more on-brand use for an album that was just that bad. But now, once again, making things worse, things didn't even stop here. As for Karen, things took an even worse turn, as in the most upfront and public-facing statement he has made right now. Things got even more confusing, and it came in a recap that he put out for some of his Lame Shows For You Karaoke Mega Karen Extravaganza tour, which now, while posting clips of him and Yeet running around like losers, Drake responded to all of the pressure by saying in the biggest statement that we have seen, "Stop acting like Karma don't love me, asking me where to be. I usually just tell her to do what you please, either that or undo unto them as you done to me, and with this." Well, now what we are seeing is that the cupcake lover we once knew is spiraling and spiraling more than ever, and really the words that Drake is saying to respond to the tour and pressure all coming down on him make literally zero sense. And while his captions, which pretty much read his press conferences from the biggest losers who just got blown out in the worst game of their careers, really never say anything productive and respectable anyway, I think this is even a new low for Karen. I think he has absolutely no idea what he is saying, other than just trying to put incoherent slop out to try and gain headlines and deflect any sort of the media attention from what is actually going on, which is that the label knows that he may have some weird cases ready to go. Because seriously, with this guy just going on a rant about Karma loving him or whatever you want to say, and him going on meetings to pick up cupcakes or whatever he's trying to put out there, I mean, just get out of here with all this for you lottery-loving weirdo, and listen. To just see Drake so scattered all the way to the point where he is throwing together whatever slop he can to try and act cool and convince us that everything is alright and that he is up when he's so clearly not. I mean, listen, as you're responding to these major things being put out against you by just acting like a bigger and more uncalculated clown than ever, I'm sorry, when we have seen somebody move and be so desperate for attention, we are seeing them moving even weirder than ever in this time where all this came out. I mean, listen, this is just showing that Drake is at the very least worrying, and as we are getting closer to knowing the truth and just knowing what's really happening in rap and this situation itself seemingly, well, listen, while I don't think any of us can really expect where all of this is going to go and where it's going to end in the long run, I do think it's going to get a lot worse for Drake and more complicated from here, and very soon and in due time. We really may see how ugly and disgusting Drake really may be in a greater capacity than ever, and if this happens, I think the entire music world, hip-hop, and every single rapper and artist, and any person who's even worked with him, is going to have to face a reality that we could have never possibly expected at one point, and that nobody will be ready for in a lot of ways. And so now, with all this said, let me know, what do you think about Karen's spiral out and how he is just looking like a bigger loser than ever with all of these things he is doing to try to get attention? And now, with that said, what do you think this all says about him, and do you think this is showing that he is spiraling bad after this coming out? Well, I can't wait to hear what you have to say about all this. And now, if you made it to this point in the video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. It helps me out a ton. And now, if you want to see how right before this, well, things just got worse for Karen as these things got exposed, and he just had some more than minor allegations come out towards him. Check out the suggested video.